take over my day and spend the next week telling the story 77 times to everybody that I talk to about getting smashed in the grocery store with a grocery cart and keep bringing it up over and over and over and over again? Or do I just get over it, right? How many people here have something happen in your life and almost everything that person did on purpose? I know they did that on purpose. Oh no, that wasn't an accident. There's no way that was an accident. They planned it, they thought about it. I mean, literally, I guarantee you they have a document at home where they sat down and they spent weeks planning out this offensive act that they just did to me. Do you really believe that? Could it be that they were just in a hurry to get to work, and so Carolyn, when they cut you off, it was just the fact that they weren't paying attention? Could it be that? Or was it that they were out to get Carolyn? The reason why I'm thinking of her is she's a bus driver. She probably gets cut off all the time, right? Oh, wait a minute. No. It's not getting cut off, Carolyn. It is the fact that these people send their children to get on your bus, and before they leave in the morning, they say, listen, we're going to get Carolyn. What I want you to do is I want you to stand up when you're not supposed to. I want you to talk when you're not supposed to. I want you to pick on the person in front of you. I want you to make Carolyn's life miserable today. Most of the things in our life that happens, guys, to us, they're not planned. I don't even know if most people, even if they're doing something negative to you, they don't even mean it. Meaning, they still did it, right? They were still offensive to you. But it wasn't anything that they planned out and did on purpose. And you can't change the fact that they did anything to you, right? But what you can change is the way you respond to it. How many people here have ever called? I'll tell you one just happened last night. I went up to get a drink. You guys meet our bartender last night? He's not a nice, friendly person. He's not. He is not friendly, right? He's just not. I walked up to him and I said, I'd like what did you drink, Mom? I don't know. Mom wanted a drink, so I got a drink. And I wanted a bottle of water. That'll get you a ticket, sir. What did I do to him? As a matter of fact, I was paying his salary, right? It's like I could have said, do you know who I am? I don't need no damn drink ticket. I pay the whole bill here. I can show you on my credit card $40,000 for this friggin' food that you want a drink ticket for. But am I going to let him control me and help decide the direction of my life? Where I'm going, what I'm doing. And I'm telling you guys, you're not going to change this overnight. If you're somebody with a short temper and you have the tendency to overreact, which, by the way, guys, is most of us, including myself. Doesn't seem bad. Dawn has. Any other staff members here? Corey! Love you, baby.
Love you.
So the key is not, are we not going to get offended? Are we not going to get upset? We are. I get upset with my children, and I love them. 100%, right? How many other people in here get upset with your children? Right? That's exactly it. It's just life. So what we need to figure out is we're not going to become angels and never get upset. There's no way it's going to happen. What we need to figure out is how do we get out of it faster, right? It may be right now, whenever you get upset or you get angry and you let it affect you, maybe you're one of these people that stews for a day. Maybe it's 2 hours. Maybe it's a week. Maybe it's your entire life. How many people here either are or know somebody that hold on to things for a really long time? Why do you not like yourself? That's my question. Why do you hate yourself so much that you're going to hold on to it? Because I guarantee you the person who offended you, the person that created that situation, they don't even think about it ever. They're just going about their day, they're having a great time, and you're holding on to it, and you're letting it guide the direction of your life. Let it go, guys. And that does not mean, letting it go does not mean that it didn't happen. Letting it go does not mean it wasn't wrong. But you're not hurting them by holding on to it. You're hurting yourself. And that is the only person that you're harming at that moment. But I got to tell you, then it starts to go from there. Because you're holding on to it. Then the way you react to the rest of the world begins to change. And then that creates another situation for someone else to hold on to. And then that creates another situation for someone else to hold on to. You want to know why there's so much anger? Why there's so much negative in the world? Because we just keep passing it on from person to person, situation to situation. We just hold on to stuff. And again, different people have different reasons to hold on to it. I'm telling you, Peter, you don't understand. It was absolutely offensive what that person did. You don't understand the situation. Let me tell you the story. Every time you tell that story, whether it's to yourself or whether it's to someone else, you're feeding it. You're giving it power. You're letting it take over your life. Boy, I can tell you some stories. Oh my goodness gracious. But I'm not gonna. Because the story that I want to talk about today is what we're creating together. My mom's is she in here? She'll tell some stories and they're probably true. But I don't remember. Why? Because it's attached to something negative. We have the ability to write. What's right here? I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to hold on to the negative stuff. I want to focus on the future. I want to focus on what we can do to change things for the better. I don't know, maybe you can't trust people. Maybe people will let you down. And there's no maybe to it. They will let you down. Even the people that you trust the most, at some point, at some time, are going to let you down. But I got to tell you this, as well, you're going to let other people down. Can I ask you another question? When you let people down, do you do it on purpose? No. So what makes you think that they are? And here's the great part about it. They might be doing it on purpose. Who gives a crap? because they're doing something on purpose, you're going to let it control you, your thought process. You're going to let it make you less healthy. You're going to take, see guys, I got to tell you this. It's really hard for creativity to live in a negative space. If you're not creative enough, let go of the negative, guys. I am telling you what, every single one of you guys are brilliant. Every single one of you guys are creative. I'm going to give you guys another shocker. I was not voted in high school the most likely to succeed.
Neither.
And this was not a straight journey towards success. Lots of turns, lots of twists. Got a lot in my life that I could say, man, they did this to me. I'm a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I want to be victorious. That's my question to you guys. Do you want to be a victim or do you want to be victorious? It's in your mindset. It's how you think. And it doesn't have to be a struggle to do it. It's a thought. Again, some of you guys are, no, you do not understand. Yes, I do. I do understand that, again, we cannot control what happens to us. But what we can control is how we think about what happened to us. And the first thing to step away from being a victim and being victorious is forgiveness. Not forgiveness for whoever offended you or whatever's happened in your life, guys. That's up to you to decide if you want to forgive them. You shouldn't forgive them for them. Who you should forgive them for is yourself. Because you are worth it. This community, this company, was built on the fact that people are fantastic. That they're amazing. That they want to help each other. That they care about each other. That we together can accomplish something great. I'm telling you guys, you're like, wow, this is really good. And then on Monday or Sunday, actually, maybe even tomorrow, maybe you're at the theme park, and you know those people, right? You're standing in line, and they're cut in front of you. Who the heck do you think you are, cutting in front of me? Let it go. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth stopping you. Where's your dream cards at, guys? Every single time you get offended, every single thought that you hang on to, every time you're a victim, you're getting further away from that dream. More distant. I'm going to tell you what, next couple weeks, next month, I know Corey's going to do something that's going to aggravate me. I'm going to hold on to it for a shorter period as I can. And maybe it's only a tenth of a second less than the last time I held on to something. I started changing my mindset, guys, so like if I get a flat tire, you will never see me be upset about it. You know why? It just saved me from getting hit by a semi-truck.
Yeah.
Seriously. Something goes wrong, I'm looking for the positive, even if I gotta make it up in my head, right? A door closes, thank you for that door closing, because it was the wrong door to go through. Sometimes the door goes to close and we're sticking our foot in it, we're sticking our head in it, and they're pushing on the door and saying, no, this is not the door you are supposed to go through. And we push through and we push through and we finally force the door open and we get there and we go, crap, that was the wrong door. Of course they tried to tell you it was the wrong door by shutting it on your face. But no, we wanted to push our way in. Stop being a victim. It's not worth it. It doesn't pay to be a victim. It doesn't. There's no prosperity in it. There's no health in it. There's nothing in it. And a matter of fact, you will probably take that toxic victim mentality into every relationship that you have. And it'll continue to control and damage your life. And here's the key: the lives of the people that you love. Because you're not here by yourself. A lot of you guys have probably watched the movie The Secret, right? And they talk about positive energy. And they talk about manifesting in our lives what we want. Like you're one entity by yourself. We're not. We live in a world with other people and we're connected. And I can attract you in my life, or I can detract you from my life. But it's not just me, right? There's other people that are trying to attract you in your life, right? So it's not as simple as they make it out to be. And it's one of the frustrating things about it, because they build these materials and they want to sell them to you, and you buy them and you use those materials, and you're like, why isn't it working for me? There must be something wrong with me. Our mindset is what's wrong with us, guys. The fact that we want to be a victim. And again, I don't even know what I get out of it, because I'm not saying this to you guys like, well, you guys are all victims, but I'm never a victim. Oh, I'm a victim sometimes. Oh my goodness, have you guys ever dealt with some of our inventors? Oh my God, you would be a victim too. I'm serious. It's like, oh my goodness, did they just do that? But guess what? Members aren't often look either. Wait a minute. Did they just really ask me that question? There's no way I just got asked that question. I must be hearing something, right? Do they not know what I've done for them? Do they not know how hard we work? Do you guys know how hard we work? They know. But guys, you're not in my life. You don't live as me every day. So I have to remember that. I have to think, well, they got their own problems. They've got their own stuff. They've got to deal with that. So what do I got to do? I just got to let it go. If you guys were at Pool Party 1, Pool Party 1.5, Pool Party 2, some of you guys have been at all those pool parties. There's been some people who were there who said, I'm coming to every one. I'm never leaving. And they're not here anymore. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they got offended. Something didn't work. And they became a victim. Guys, if I ever offend you, I'm telling you right now, I do not mean to. And I probably will. At some point, sometime. I promise you. I will offend you. So let me give a blanket apology. I apologize. Okay? I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make some mistakes running this company. And it will probably, no, not probably, it will cost us financially. I apologize. It's not on purpose. I want the shortest pathway to success. And if you know it, please write it out, double spaced. Please make sure your spelling is correct and punctuated. Because I know a lot of you guys want us to be right with our spelling on the website, okay? So I do not want any grammatical errors in it, okay? It's got to be perfect. Do you want to say something about it?
I was just going to say amen to that. They heard you, buddy.
So guys, our mind and our thinking has so much to do with our lives. Whether it's going in the right direction or the wrong direction. But it takes work to make it happen, guys. It's not automatic. You have to be conscious about it. And that is the reason why they say dream, right? You guys have dream before? Going and sitting in the car? How many of you guys were in the Amway business and you went out to the car dealerships and you sat in the car and the car dealer would say, are you going to buy this? And you'd be like, one day, someday soon. Oh, yeah. Why? Because guys, if you're not focused on that, it's really easy to be a victim. It really is. Because the human mind never shuts down. It's always going. Always. So if you're feeding it negative, it is always running negative movies. It actually begins to look for negative situations to feed itself. Or, if you're focused on positive or dream. And I looked at a lot of your guys' dream cards. And man, do I want to help you make those dream cards come through. True. But if you put as much effort into making that dream come true as you did writing it down, we're in trouble. What the hell does financial freedom mean? What does it mean to be debt-free? That is not enough. You must have a mental picture of what that is. I must be able to come to you and say, what does financial freedom mean? And you, through verbally, should be able to paint me a picture of exactly what it is. It's not writing down the words that give it power. It's the thought process that you put into those words, the mental picture that you brought up when you wrote those words down, that will give it the power to come true. It's not me going and looking and sitting in the car. It's when I look and I sit in the car, I paint a mental picture of me driving down the road. My wallet is a little uncomfortable because it's got so many dang $100 bills in it. My wife is sitting to the right of me and she's happy. Why is she happy? Because she loves diamonds. She loves big homes. She loves to be financially secure. The banking account is full of money. Money is pouring in. I've got peace of mind because I've got a banking account that has enough money in it that if anything ever happens to my family members, I can take care of it financially. What does financial freedom mean to you? What does it mean, your dream trip? I want to travel. Where to? Paint the picture. Understand in your mind. Put some time into it. Think about it. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. If you write down that dream and you paint that mental picture, and 5 days later, 8 days later, you can't recall that dream, you can't recall that memory, it ain't never coming true. It's not. How do you forget a dream that you really want to come true? How? See, because here's the thing. Imagine this. You go to the store and you buy this little tree. Home Depot. $80 for the little tree. And you dig the hole. You put all the work into it. And you put that tree in the ground. And you put some dirt around. You get even smart enough to buy some fertilizer, right? Put some fertilizer in the hole. You even went on YouTube and you read or watched a thing on how to plant this tree. And you plant it. And it's, oh, wow, it's beautiful. And you think, one day this tree's going to grow, it's going to give us shade. Then you go in the house. You never pay attention to that tree ever again. Frost is done. You don't go cover it with a little bag or anything, right? You never water it. Big storm comes, you don't go check on your little tree. 10 years down the road, you're like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and have a picnic under my tree. So you go and you get out a little blanket. You go to the store and you get a little basket. You don't already have one. You go and you make your sandwiches. You're excited. You invite some friends over. We're going to go hang out under my tree. You plan and you put a lot of effort into it. And you walk out there and all it is this dead, round stick in the ground. That's your dreams. You did not feed them. All the time people ask me, why is it that I can go with very little sleep, no days off? I'm telling you guys, I could work every single day for the rest of my life, never taking a day off. You know why? Because I spend time every single day thinking about the future that I want to create. Every single day, I spend time thinking about what we are going to create here. I want to ask you guys this. Blue and green, baby. I bleed it. How many of you guys have spent time thinking about where we're going to be in the next 10 years? Yeah. You see those whiteboards back out there? You see these whiteboards right here that say Cooler Brands 2029? This is for in our office one of these days when we get one. We will. This is a chance, guys, for you to put some thought into it. Some people come up here and scribble something on here real quick, and they'll spend about 2 or 3 seconds scribbling on it. What I want you to do is take the rest of today, and sometime this evening, I want you to put some thought, and I want you to put on here what you are willing to invest time in, a thought, an idea. A little tree by the side of the house that in 10 years from now, we're going to go to a picnic together. And we're going to get our little blanket. And we're going to get our little black basket. We're going to have a lot of money, so we're going to like cater it, right? I mean, we're not going to cook it ourselves. We're not going to be in the kitchen making the sandwiches. We're going to get Wolfgang Puck to make us a great meal, right? Right by the side of this thing. And we're going to go and hang out underneath your tree. What kind of tree is it going to be? Is it going to be bold and beautiful and full? Or is it going to be a bunch of sticks on the side of the house? So, here's what we're going to do. You're going to put some stuff on there. We're going to save them. And then at Cool Party 14, would it be 13 or 14? 13, right? 10 more, right? We're 3 now? 3 plus 10 is 13, right? At Cool Party 13, we're going to have them right there on the stage. And if we all spend time thinking about it, caring about it, doing the actions that it takes. So you guys know you can't think about watering your plant if it actually gets watered, right? You know that you have to go get the hose. Oh my God, I gotta drag the hose around the side of the friggin' house again. If you don't like doing that, build the sprinkler on that side of the house, right? Oh no, Peter, you don't understand. I don't have time to build a sprinkler, put in a sprinkler system. No, I'm busy all day long. I love it when people tell me you're busy, right? Like, no, Peter, you don't understand. I'm busy. Yeah, no, I just sit around all day picking my nose. Right? I don't understand that. I know what it's like. No, Peter, you don't understand, but I have a family. Hi, honey. I love you. I do too. No, Peter, but you don't understand. I have kids. And if I don't pay attention to them, if I don't create great experiences in their life, you don't understand, Peter, they're going to end up on Oprah Winfrey one day, and they're going to be talking about how they were neglected as children, and how they, how their parents were so mean to them because they worked a lot, and they created value in the lives of other people. But it really damaged me. Any of you guys know Morgan? You want to meet my other children, Andrew and Brittany? Some of the most well-balanced, amazing human beings on the planet. They have watched me work year after year after year. But they always knew one thing. I was working for them. I'm telling you what, guys, we need to be examples for young people. We need the young people to understand that life is not just about the vacations you go on, the clothes you wear, the cars you drive. You want to see how we have treated our young people? Then look at the millennials that we complain about all the time. We spent so much time trying to give them what we didn't have, that we have literally stolen from them their futures. You see, we didn't teach them that the value you create in other people's lives are more important than the stuff you own. That the value you create in other people's lives is the value that comes back to you. You're like, damn, that person is selfish. Yeah, they probably are. How many times have you been selfish in your life and just thought about yourself and didn't worry about anybody else? We are energy, guys. What we put out into the world is created in the world. Every day. Good days, bad days. We either create value in the world or we deduct. We take it away in every interaction that we have. Everything that we do. Hey Bryce, come here, buddy. How you doing? Can I get a hug? You guys want to ask you a question? Do you want this guy's life to be better or worse? Better. Your mindset will help determine that. Be an example. Let's show these younger generations that work is not a dirty word. It is not a bad thing. Let's show them that actually if you create value in the lives of other people, it's more important than that vacation to Europe. The vacation to Europe was great. Just don't sacrifice the other for that one. How many of you guys let your kids or your grandkids hear how much you hate your job? How terrible work is. Oh my God, you can't believe it. Oh my God, I have to work 40 hours a week. And they hear that and they're like, well, Grandma don't like to work 40 hours a week. Oh no. Must be something wrong with working 40 hours a week. Do you guys know why they called people who bring you food servers? Because you were in service of others. It wasn't servant, it's a server. It's creating value in somebody else's life. I'm going to end a minute and 30 seconds early, guys. Because I'm going to save the rest of it for this evening, because we're going to really talk about how we can build this thing, and how we can take Cooler Brands to the next level, and how this is truly a we thing. So thank you guys for giving me this time. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, no Disney yet. So Peter told me, hang on. Peter told me the other day that he was the heart of Kula, and that it was all in his head. All of this stuff was in his head, and he wore his heart on his head. Can anybody see Peter's heart on his head? Now, if you're having a hard time seeing it, I have to. I took that picture today. Now, he showed me a picture like this the other day. He said, Doug, the heart of Kula. I said, buddy, they photoshopped that. So I'm watching Elliot talk, and Peter's in front of me, and I go, oh my God, the heart of Kula, right there in front of me. Love you, buddy. Love you, buddy.
Oh, no, I already mentioned Disney, sweetie. I told them.
Before 3?
Before 3 o'clock, make sure you go see Zach.
Not Zach.
Not Zach.
His name is not Zach, and I forgot what it is.
Rex. I promise you, Aggie told me Zach. Okay? All right. So now that we have it right, Aggie, it is Rex, right?
And you say you're with Cooler Brands.
Okay. Hi, Rex. I'm with Cooler Brands. I want Disney tickets. 105 if you go from 1 o'clock, that's with tax, $99 with tax. 105, that's what we're going over there. We are going, Corey, we're going to Hollywood Studios, right, buddy?
Yes.
That's where we're going to go to. We can go to any party that you want. Love you guys. Thank you.